All right, guys.
That's
So
not
over the
over here.
weekend, we have played Monster Hunter Wilds. And
Sure did.
honestly, this is my first time ever playing a Monster Hunter game.
Same.
And this will be the first Monster Hunter game that gets bought day one.
I agree.
Automatically. That is day one purchase. I'm already hooked. It already has like an insanely addicting gameplay loop. You've already got me with the crafting, the combat. It didn't take me long to find a weapon that I loved. As soon as I saw them, I knew they were immediately mine. Um,
First off, I knew it as soon as they offered them to me. I'm like, well, can't use that build. I already know where that's going.
I love the mounts in the game. Um, what else? I just love the world itself. The
I
armor.
like how the I like how the monster fights are freaking just like they're no pushover. Like you gotta
Right.
get after them.
Also, I found out that the no health bar is the way it's supposed to be.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's something different. I guess you can tell if he's if he's like close to dying by, if he's limping, trying to get back to like his hidey hole, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess that's a good way of
Gauging.
gauging where he's at as far as life. But I don't care about that. I'm gonna just keep swinging until he just keel over and die. That's how I feel.
I'm letting
But
you know right now. I just think it's disrespectful how you be right in the middle of just cutting his damn Achilles heels right in half. He just want to stand up and it just goes. He's walking away. First off, disrespect. Get your ass back over here. He really just walking off like he's grazing. Like
like
all
you
right,
didn't
so
just
none of those.
Right.
Yeah, like nothing I did worked. All right, cool. Never felt so useless.
But yeah, let's get into it. But before we do that, I'm Cal,
And I'm Ghost.
and welcome to Skill Point. But starting off, they introduce you to, well, you're the girl. I can't remember her name, but she gives you a choice of choosing like your weapon, and basically you can tell her
Right.
like your play style, and she'll suggest some, or you can pick some. Uh, you can pick it out for yourself, basically. But like I said, once I saw the dual swords or blades or whatever they're called, took them out, and then I realized that they have a secondary stance called demon mode, and I saw him flick those blades back around. Yeah, I was sold immediately. Actually, I probably didn't even need to see anything else other than that, and I would have been sold. But yeah, Ghost, what weapon did you choose? Hey guys, we're back. Ghost has some computer problems, but
Whoa.
on a more
hold on,
positive note, X is in here now.
Yay.
Hello.
Welcome, X. Glad to have you once again. It's been too long. Don't let it happen again.
Oh my gosh.
But we were talking about the weapons and the way the girl at the beginning, basically asking you questions to see what kind of weapon would be tailored more towards
Love that.
your playstyle. And I was telling Ghost about how once I saw the dual blades, that's all I needed to see.
Oh my
Only
gosh.
reinforced by the demon mode. So, and my next question was going to be, what did you guys choose? Or did you let her recommend something to you?
Oh no. I actually I wanted to go through the process, so I let her pick one for me, and it was the what is it? The Kinsect? The
Oh
glaive?
yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Totally
about.
in. I was like, you know what? Let me try. And I was hooked. Anything status effect, I'm in. I'm all in.
Yeah, I came really close to picking that. I was like, no, that's not me.
Now I saw dual blades. I was like, that's the end of that.
Oh
It was
my
really cool to think I
gosh.
was gonna play, but I'm not gonna use those.
X, what did you end up picking?
I went through the little quiz or whatever a couple of times and I got tired of her talking, so I just went straight to let me pick on my own.
Can we guess what you
Uh,
picked?
Sure, go ahead.
Hmm.
I don't know
Wanna
if you're
say-
gonna get it.
I'm trying to think of all the weapons, and it's going to be something crazy.
Was it the
It's gonna
horn?
be-
Yeah.
Ghost-
Yeah,
Oh!
let's go. Let's
The
go.
hunting horn. It was between that and the heavy blowgun.
Ooh.
What does the hunting horn do?
You can
Smashes
buff.
that.
You can apply buffs, and yeah, you basically can like do different combos to set up a song, and then press a certain button to play the song, and it'll buff and do damage depending on what you play.
You're a bard.
Basically, but it's way cooler.
It's so
It's like
funny that
it's so big. The instrument's massive.
due to the size, are you allowed to like parry monsters like head on?
I don't know.
Because I've seen people like using the great sword and like monster attacking, he just stands there and just takes that shit and like deflects it. Really badass. Like honestly, the whole game's combat is just ridiculous. I love it. But yeah, it's really funny that Ghost guessed what you were using on the first one.
It was. I looked at that insect one too. That one was cool. But it was, in the end, it was between the heavy blowgun and the horn. I picked the horn.
Right, all of the weapons were cool because I was just about to go with the power sword because I like the ability of switching between that great axe. You like hooking the shield onto the end of the sword and making like this big lumbering weapon. But at the end of the day, the whisperings were just too strong.
Oh my god, the voices!
The voices were already getting to me. As far as armor options, there really weren't a lot of them. Obviously, because it was just a beta. And another thing about armor is that I do like the fact that you could switch out for your cat as well, the palico or whatever you call them. I do like that. Like everything was just highly customizable. Also, the character creation screen, absolutely insane. So many things that you can change, all the way down to whether your teeth has stains on them. Like that's just insane to me.
I like that you could rotate and move so many parts around. Like you can even rotate your eyes, like the corners of your lips. Everything could be rotated or moved.
Like that type of customization is what I like to see in games going forward. Because I don't really, the sliders are fine, but I feel like you can't really dial in something until like you can take, like what you said, like rotate and like mix it yourself, like really fine tune it as good as possible.
The only thing you couldn't fine tune was the body. My goodness. It was like muscle mass, yes or no. I was like, middle, I guess. I don't know. There's no other slider. There's not even a height one, is there? I didn't see a height slider. I didn't
see that one. All I know is a lot of sliders, and I think I got overwhelmed, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to just hop right in because I really just want to play the game at this point.
Right. No, I enjoyed it. I just wish, I'm sure it's probably for like armor reasons, maybe like armor clipping. They don't want different sizes, so they have to change the armor for it. But I don't know.
Right.
I'm like, I can't even change my height. I could just be
right, exactly,
scrawny or brawny. That's it.
Right. Because I think I guess that just makes everybody like the same height. I guess I don't know if that's for a reason. Maybe they don't want certain players to be so tall that you can, I don't know, like jump or mount a monster easier. I don't know. It might be.
I'm thinking it's for armor, so they only have to have like a certain variance in how the armor fits each body.
Oh, that's true too. Is it
other
than that,
for them to
1,000 different
model everything.
That's just more work on their end. All right, well, we're back. Ghost had more computer problems, but we're just gonna keep it pushing from here. So we talked about weapons and armor, mounts and companions. The best thing about the mount to me is the fact that it has an auto run feature. Absolutely phenomenal. I just put the objective on and it automatically goes there.
I do like that.
That way if I want to go grab a drink, or if it's I want to look at something on my computer while we're traveling, that's an option. I like that.
I like the calling on the mount. Comes in like the Batmobile from the Arkham games.
Right.
Or like the horse from Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes, that is an underappreciated horse. Completely. I was so sad when that horse died.
Yes.
But yeah, I like the auto run feature. I like the fact that you can have 2 weapons on you, but if you want to switch, you got to call them out to you and take it out of the sack and then jump off to use the secondary.
Right.
I do like that. That reminds me, I love that system a lot. When I was playing Red Dead, I thought that was really immersive. I enjoy that a lot instead of just a weapon wheel and then pulling the weapon out of nowhere.
Right.
Another thing is just a little small thing. The cat will sometimes ride with you on the
Oh,
back.
really? I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
He was like, "Do you mind if I hop on with you?" And he's just riding on the tail. Also, the mount is also very useful in combat because you can jump off the mount and jump on top of the monster, where you can get more critical hits.
Yeah, I did
your
that
eyes-
accidentally. It was great.
Yes,
it was glorious.
But yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of the mounts and the cat. I like both of them together, just phenomenal. I love both systems. I also love talking about the cat. He'll throw health at you and set traps for you. So it's just, I like when the combat feels alive. Like there's something always going on. Somebody's helping. There's call outs. All NPCs and players are doing something.
Like the pawns from Dragon's Dogma, kind of.
Right, exactly. Like it just gives that combat like that extra depth to it. Just not the cat just sitting there waiting to be told to do something.
I'm guessing you had your cat speaking English.
I did.
I had him speaking cat.
What is he just saying? What does he say? Just meow?
Basically.
Oh my god. I introduced Zombie to the game because she'd never heard of Monster Hunter, and I was like, I guarantee once you see this particular thing, you're gonna fall in love with it. It was the cat. She wouldn't shut up about pickles.
Pickles?
Yeah, I named mine Heston. Did you give yours a name?
I can't even remember what I named mine. That's
Me
bad.
too. Yeah, that is bad.
I named it something goofy. I remember that.
But yeah, I can't wait to jump back into this game. But yeah, I love the companions and the mounts. Great element to the game and combat. Speaking of combat, it was confusing as all hell for the first 15-30 minutes. I felt like I was fumbling over my thumbs repeatedly. I'm like, I don't know what does what. And every time I press square, I'm like, I'm putting up my weapons. I don't know.
Okay, so you played on
Yeah,
PlayStation, yeah? Okay.
No, I played on
with
PC
controller.
with a controller.
With a controller. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. I play with keyboard, and I was lost as to how to use the focus ability.
Yes.
Like the indicator they gave me, I'm like, what button is this?
Right, exactly. I'm like, what am I supposed to press? And also, my first thing was like, how am I supposed to use this? Like, I don't feel like I would ever use this, because I'm just gonna go up to the monster and just start swinging. But actually, I was using focus a lot. This is a good way to like target specific weak points, and once you hit that weak point, you get like a really cool cinematic depending on which weapon you're holding. Plus, it does massive damage as well.
Right.
But yeah, I took me a long time to get used to the combat, but once you got used to it, I think things flowed pretty well. Did your horn have like a specific ability, or like a secondary mode, like a second stance or something like that?
Not that I saw, no. It just had
okay.
different songs you can play. Like some will buff certain things, other will do more damage.
Oh, okay.
So it's a support and like heavy hitting kind of class, it seems.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I noticed like while I was using mine, like there were certain, like if I dodged at the right time, I would get like a boost in stamina. And while I was using demon mode, I would get like a certain amount of time where my stamina wouldn't deplete. Like I could keep,
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Now for the horn, basically you can queue up different songs in whatever order you want, and then you can play them all at the same time. It like forms a little sheet music at the top with your
Really?
songs.
Oh,
and
that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, it's nothing like super crazy, but it has each buff and like the name of each song, and then you can just play them in order with a certain combination of buttons.
Oh, okay.
I like that. I could build up like whatever buffs or attacks I wanted to, and then play them all together.
That's pretty neat. That's such a unique thing, because
Yeah.
if somebody
I
ever
really
gets
enjoyed it.
bored of like whatever they're using, switching to a new weapon is like a whole different play style. Like it's like a whole different experience all over again.
Yeah, I'm excited to possibly try that in a group. So, because I mean, support class is kind of hard to evaluate like on its own.
Exactly. I'm just imagining, once we start leveling up our weapons, how crazy things are gonna get. um, but I've already talked about this as far as combat, hitting weak points. Love the cinematics for those. Jumping off the mount, instantly hooked, because that reminded me of Shadow of Colossus.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
I was just like, oh, this game, 10 out of 10. Day one purchase off rip. And then once you stab like towards the head, it actually opens up another weak spot, so you just start hacking and slashing there. And then after that, you hit another critical hit, and you jump off the monster in like the coolest way possible. Honestly,
you love those shonen anime weapons. That's what you
yes,
like.
absolutely. I literally felt like Levi from Attack on Titan the
Oh my
entire
God.
time. Absolutely, I was so
Omni movement.
right. Absolutely. I was like, if I need to feel the enemy's heartbeat up against me.
Oh my God.
I need to be close. So that
So
when
you're
he-
lovers.
Definitely change the trajectory of that explanation.
I need to feel his heartbeat.
Right.
We need to be close.
I am one with nature. You must say a prayer
my God.
over his death. Did you ever use the traps?
No, I haven't. I didn't try those out at all.
I was
What
able-
kind did you try out?
I had the large explosive barrel, and I tried the pitfall trap.
How'd that one work?
It literally, like when the monster walks over it, he falls literally in a pit, and he's like struggling to get out, which leaves him weak to
Nice.
like all kinds of attacks. And I think it lasted for like 10 seconds. He was getting boxed in the mouth the entire time.
Oh my.
Mine.
Yeah, I like the variety of approaches you can take.
Right. Also, did you see the environmental traps, like getting them caught in vines and stuff like that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
And dropping rocks onto their head.
Yep.
There was another one that I was trying to think. I know my cat laid out like a shock trap at one point. Also, I like the fact that you can pick up stuff within the environment. Like one of the abilities was kind of like a flash grenade that you could shoot at them with your gauntlet on your hand,
Yeah.
and it
I know what you're
blinds.
talking
I
about.
like that too. It's just like you said. It's just so many ways of approaching a problem. One of the main things that it showed, one of the monsters, you have to separate the alpha from its pack. And the first time I fought, I didn't really have a problem with like separating him, but I
Right.
actually used the crap pod. It's called the large dung pod.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
what they suggest using for
Right.
the yeah.
Yeah, they definitely spread away after I hit him with that. But it was just cool to watch it in action, like actually do what it said. I like that. I also like the fact that you have to keep your weapon sharp. Like you have to use the whetstone to keep your max damage as high as possible.
Yeah.
Also, the mount comes in handy for that too, because if you try to use the whetstone without the mount, you have to stay still. If you're on the mount,
Oh, I never actually used it while I wasn't mounted, so I didn't
oh
realize
really?
that.
Yeah, that's the
I
advantage.
only
of
ever
having
used it
that.
while mounted.
Yeah. A funny thing happened when I was playing with Zombie. She was trying to figure out like how to heal herself, and she had the portable barbecue up while we were in the middle of a fight.
Oh my
She
gosh.
was
She's
trying
just grilling.
to grill food while we're fighting. And all I see, because I was running away trying to get away, like trying to get some distance, and all I see from my distance like this little campfire, and she's sitting down grilling while the monster is literally like on top of her. I'm like, what is happening over there? And of course she's saying she doesn't know what she's doing, which is, to be fair, the controls took a while to get used to, especially, putting out all these traps and using the quick menu in the bottom right here corner. And
Yeah.
I did figure out that quick menu was highly customizable. Did you see that?
No, I didn't customize it at all.
Yeah, you can customize what you wanted to, so it's just easy to pull out in combat. Did you craft any food?
No.
Did you see any? Did you see the way the food looked? Did you see?
Yes, good.
I was like, good God, y'all making me hungry. Like he showed
Oh my god.
he put like butter in the pan, had it sauteed, and then he put the steak in there. Then he put mushrooms on top, put the lid on. Like, bro, like, come on. I'm up here sweating looking at this.
Oh my god.
I've never seen food look that good in a game before. That's my first time seeing it, but my God. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I like, certain food gives certain buffs, certain areas. This game has everything I need to be addicted. I'm just gonna say that. This is the most addicting game loop that you could possibly have for me. I'm hooked immediately.
So did you play any of the previous ones?
I didn't. That's the crazy part.
Okay.
I have not played a single. Well, you weren't here, but I said in the beginning I haven't played a single Monster Hunter ever. This is my first time with the game.
No, I think we listed all of them that I could think of right now.
Okay. Well, since we're done gushing over the game, let's get to some problems that we had. Now, to be fair, I did maintain a 60 frames the entire time.
Okay, what were you running at? Like, are we talking high
4K.
settings?
Yeah,
4K?
Ultra 4K
Okay.
at 60 frames. But, like, anytime I loaded in, I got polygons on my character. Like PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yeah, the texture popping and loading was crazy
Right.
for me. I could like turn and look one direction and I see the mountains just disappear into like smear, and then I look back in the direction and they reappear.
And see, I didn't have that problem. It was only when I initially loaded into like the character screen.
Oh, okay.
But are you saying like the environment itself was like missing texture? Like,
Yeah, only some places I noticed it. Like it stood out a lot out in the like desert kind of areas.
Okay.
Just because I guess there's not that much else to see other than the stuff in the distance, so it stood
Right.
out when it was like popping in and out.
Right. Yeah.
But I think I ran 1440p. I have a different graphics card than you, but I think I got about 60, but it was not a steady 60 for me.
Okay.
I
know.
There were some parts in the fight where it chugged a bit, and that was slightly annoying.
I know for a fact I'm not playing this on PlayStation, because my frames were like 30. I don't know if there's a way to go with the options and change it to like performance. It has to be, but just my initial like 10 minutes, I was like, no, I'm going back to my PC. I'd rather just push it to the max.
Yeah, I don't think this would be a fun game to play at 30 FPS.
Right, absolutely. No, absolutely.
There's way too much going on.
Right. There's just too many things going on screen. Game did crash for me 3 times. Black screen.
I was going to say, you remember... I was like, oh, it only crashed for me once. Literally after I sent you that message, I crashed twice back to back after that.
Game said, yeah,
one of them I had to restart. One of them I had to restart my entire computer. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, see, initially I was like, damn, I can't even Alt 4 out of this, but
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't.
But
either.
guess what? In the options, you have to disable the ability, because they have it in the options where you can't Alt 4. Like you have to disable.
Oh, you mean you
that.
have to?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
I found that.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, I could do it. But yeah, I was just happening to go through all the options just to see what their accessibility things were and the graphics. Where I just happened to come across that. I was like, that's weird. I haven't seen that for a game where it forces you. Is there a reason why they would do that?
I don't know. Maybe to prevent trolling. Maybe someone tells you, "Oh, you press Alt F4 to do this in the game." I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Right. But yeah, I'm conscious that this is a beta. They have a few more months to get things in order, but I
wonder. I'm really hoping they can improve it some, at least like performance wise. Of course, the freezes and crashes, but the performance, I hope they can optimize it a little bit more, because I don't want them to be relying on upscaling just to get anything stable for people. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Some people were making memes about still using their uh 1060, I think.
Oh, that thing must be crying if they're using a 1060 because yeah.
Like,
It's-
please just let the man retire. Another thing I had was that co-op, it's not user friendly.
Oh, how so?
It's just, I had to, just thinking about the process. In order to join a friend's lobby, I have to ask that friend to give me your lobby ID. And I'm also working with people who are not really tech savvy. So that's probably why I didn't enjoy trying to set this up from the get-go.
Yeah.
But I had to tell them to like, hey, give me your hunter ID. Then they got to go through the options menu to try and find the hunter ID. Because it's hidden in the communication section of the menu. So they got to go all the way and hunt that down. Then they got to give that to me. And then I have to join. And even when I join, I'm still not in your party. I'm just in your lobby.
Oh, so it doesn't auto add you to the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after that, I have to send them an invite link. And this is all for crossplay, by the way. It might be easier for, if you were just on Steam and I could just invite you that way.
Right.
But on like they were playing on PlayStation 5 and I'm on PC and I'm like, I need to find you like in this lobby, find the name of your hunter or your hunter ID, and then invite you there. I do know the first day that I hopped on, it would just automatically kick Ghost out. Like there was just no way he was connecting. But the second day I didn't have any problem. Zombie joined immediately.
Okay.
Another thing, as far as like playing with friends, is like I like to know where like my friends are at all times, like regardless of the distance. That wasn't I didn't like the only time you see like the nameplate is when they're like a couple of meters in front of you.
Right.
But I would like, their nameplate to be added to the map, especially if you're traveling as a team.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Right. Also, like, it was really confusing also to, like, starting a quest, because I don't know if you can just go out into the world and start hunting, or is just starting a quest a way of you quick matching with other people. Like, I'm not sure how that system works. Like, if we're all in a party together and we all just left camp together, can we just go out and like just hunt what's already on the map, or do we have to talk to the
Right,
girl before?
Like, what if you're not together? Do you start the quest then? Does it teleport you all, or do you all have to be there at the same time?
No, it doesn't teleport as far as I know,
Okay.
because I'm
Okay.
trying to think of my experience, but I just know there is some improvement that can be had there. But yeah, all in all,
definitely with the cross-play,
right.
I think it
right.
should be at the very least a one-step process. Just auto
Exactly.
add to the party after you get to the lobby.
Right, because I'm only trying to play with that person. Like, if I want to add somebody else from the lobby, yeah, I can do that. But the main thing should be priority is linking me automatically with my friend. But all in all, my experience, fantastic. If I were to rate it now, just based off of beta, 8 out of 10, easily.
I'm not gonna give it a rating for a beta. I had fun though. I'll say
I'm gonna give it a beta rating of 8. Like,
A
it's
beta
got
rating
me,
of 8.
it's got me hyped to actually play the game, which is
Yeah, no, I'm excited. The weapon got me, honestly. The horn.
find the right weapon in the game. You got me for 1,000 hours.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So, did you feel like your character in game matched how they looked in the character creator?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Why,
Mine,
you
I
don't
felt
think-
like not. No, I mean it wasn't really off or anything. It didn't look as good.
Oh, okay. Did you see also
Maybe it's the lighting in there, maybe, or
I was just about to say that. Did you see that there were options for you to change the lighting in the character creator?
yeah, I saw that. I
Oh,
didn't touch
okay.
it too much, but
Yeah.
maybe that was part of the reason. Like maybe just the areas that I went to, the lighting was too different from the character creator.
What did you say that was different?
The face, just the main
Oh,
thing, just
really?
looked very different.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like it looked darker in general, but it could just, like I said, maybe it's the lighting of the character creators. Like the light's directly on your face and the default thing. So
Oh, okay. But yeah, had a great time in the game. Can't wait for
Yeah.
February. This will get me all the way to Ghost of Yote. It'll carry me.
oh my gosh,
And I'm gonna springboard off of that straight into that game.
your
But-
wallet's gonna be empty.
It is.
$70 here, $70
Next year, oh my God, I'm gonna suffer, man. There's just so many good games coming out next year. GTA 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Monster Hunter Wilds. Uh, I shall suffer gladly.
Oh my god.
Any last thoughts?
No.
All right.
I'm excited to see what the final product is like.
Likewise. We appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Let us know in the comments what's your favorite part about Monster Hunter. And if you'll be joining us in February, I look forward to seeing a lot of y'all. You better be there.
Ah.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.